who'd they play in the Ravens?
Colts.
The Colts, that's right. Put the Colts in there, whatever, just to make an extreme example out of them. But at the same time, it's like, all right, the Colts were not going to win either way. I think that's pretty safe to say.
It was such a blowout that I don't think underinflated balls was the reason that they lost by so much.
Right. So it's hard for me.
That's the hardest part of it. If it had been a close game, I don't know. Either way, I just think cheating's cheating. They should have been disqualified. You should have sent a message. Because, I mean, what's to stop a team from doing this then? If all they're going to lose is a draft pick?
Right. Saying a slap on the hand, I don't think really covers it.
Especially a team like the Patriots, whose coach can turn any mediocre player into a good player. Like, they don't need the draft pick. They can just sign someone.
Well, yeah, who else knows? I mean, or who knows what else they're doing? They could all be wearing... They could all be wearing cleats that are an eighth inch too long. What kind of advantage is that giving them? I don't know. I'm just bullshitting,
but no, I understand where you're coming from. My counter argument to the disqualification thing is there's guys out there taking steroids that can't be tested at this point. So there's cheating going on everywhere, and these guys got caught.
Right.
But I understand you want to keep the sanctity of the game, especially since the last couple of years has kind of went out the window with pot being more of a problem than hitting a wife. And all these stupid rule changes, like no hitting a guy who's coming down the middle who has the ball, and you're just nailing him when he gets the ball. It's pussification, and then you're not doing anything for a team that's blatantly cheating right in front of your face.
Their priorities are completely mixed up, and I don't know. I'm getting so tired of the NFL screwing things up, screwing up punishments, and changing rules just to change rules, and I don't know. I'm losing a lot of interest in the NFL because of what their front office is doing.
Their biggest fault seems to be punishments and how they handle it. If you think about it, I mean,
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, when you think about it, from everything, from beating your wife to smoking weed to deflating your balls, they cannot handle punishment. And like the chat room is calling for, and like I've been calling for a long time. New commissioner, and if you're not going to step down...
Adam Silver.
That's right. If you're not going to step down, then someone else needs to handle the punishment, like a punishment committee, which sounds very Nazi-like. But... to
the gas chamber!
Yeah. But it's ridiculous. Belichick tried, or as we're going to call him from now on, Belichick tried to blame science on this and say because the cold weather that the balls were deflated, but
sure. The Colts would have been that way too.
Right, but to our rescue, Neil deGrasse Tyson tweeted, for the Patriots to blame a change in temperature for 15% lower pressures requires balls to be inflated with 125-degree air.
He's too smart.
It's, where Belichick is not.
That's true. It'd have to be that vast of a weather change.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like that super cold. It was just rainy more than anything there.
Right. At which point he nudged Fall Guy and said, you blew it up with hot air, right?
Maybe. Maybe they did. They didn't say what kind of air we could put in it beforehand.
That's right. The interesting thing that I read was that Aaron Rodgers says that he likes his balls to be overinflated. Let's see how sexual we can make this.
But then again, he has huge hands.
Right. And that the refs will actually deflate his balls. Good Lord.
You know what they say, huge hands, huge balls.
That's right. And it's true with Aaron Rodgers. He wants his balls bigger, and they won't let him grab big balls.
How else can he cup them?
That's right. He said he's tired of them deflating his balls and that he feels there should be a minimum PSI, but not a maximum PSI.
Which makes sense.
And he said as long as we're not kicking with it, it shouldn't make a difference.
Right. It's not gonna explode off of a foot.
Right.
If there's too much in there.
Or if you kick an overinflated ball, it'll go further and all that stuff. So I agree with Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know. If you we'll go one by one. We'll start with Trigger over here. If you were the commissioner right meow, what would your punishment be?
I would quit. Because I am a giant joke.
Okay, fair.
So then the new commissioner can deal out a punishment.
Okay, fair. Phil, are you going to do anything besides quit?
No, I think the problem they're having is they just overthink everything. I mean, if you just take a simplistic view of it, I mean, they cheated. I think they should be disqualified. I don't know how you allow a team that cheated to play in the championship game of your sport. I would disqualify them. Obviously, it's too late to do that now. It's something they should have done immediately once they found out. They knew that night or the next day. I think it should have happened then.
I agree. Only because now if the Patriots win, they will forever be, they were cheating, blah, blah, blah. Even though they didn't cheat, or, I mean, we don't know this yet, but if, they don't cheat in the Super Bowl game, they will still be forever the cheaters of the Super Bowl, and people will not think highly of the win.
As the league says, forever unclean.
It's right. Forever unclean. But at the same time, I do hope they win because I fucking hate the Seahawks slightly more than Tom Brady.
Yeah, slightly.
I mean, just slightly. Just a little bit.
The shitty thing for Belichick is that he goes from the greatest coach of all time, or one of,
to the shadiest.
Tarnished. He's got Spygate and now Belichick-gate on his hands.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Phil?
So, did you answer the question? If you were commissioner, what would you do?
Disqualification.
Same thing?
Yeah. And I think I said it last week. It's just they need to be made an example of. Not because it was so big or bad or whatever, but they need to be made an example of so this doesn't happen ever again.
By letting them play in the Super Bowl, you're saying that cheating is okay, or certain types of cheating are not that big a deal, and it's just not how you should run a multi-billion-dollar franchise.
Yeah, but hey, don't smoke weed. You're gone for a year.
How about we do this? We ban Tom Brady from playing in the first half.
Ooh,
since he was the main
college style.
He was the main guy behind the whole thing.
Right, the one that was
throwing
playing
the balls.
with deflated balls.
And apparently
that would be interesting.
Apparently, quarterbacks know when their ball's under or over deflated, or inflated. So he should have known that those balls were were deflated.
I think since Brady likes the balls a little flat, as punishment in the Super Bowl, all of them should have an extra 2 pounds of pressure in them.
Extra 16% PSI.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers has flown in to go, I think that's good enough.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's good for Aaron, it's good for Tom Brady's punishment with his big meat hooks.
The best part of this whole scandal has been all the deadly serious Sports Center anchors talking about inspecting balls and altering balls.
It's been so good.
I just crack up every time I watch Sports Center now.
Yeah, you never heard so many balls muttered outside of a gay club before. That's fucking fantastic. Oh, man. Any more dirty ball talk, or should we move on?
No, like I said, I think that would be a better punishment, would be banning him for a first half. Because,
I like that.
Or even a game, if you really want to fuck them over for cheating, because disqualifying them it kind of
ban Belichick and Brady
the whole season where you didn't check every ball the whole season, so that's on you.
See, the only problem with holding Brady out of the game or half the game is then the fans will go, well, that wasn't fair. They didn't have Brady.
And then the Seahawks probably be like, I don't want to win this way.
Well, who cares? They're bitches anyways. It's not fair. We didn't have Brady, so how could we win? And then if they do have him, it's not fair. They're cheaters. How could you let them play? So I think the best decision is get them the fuck out of Arizona.
I'd like that because then the Colts would be in the Super Bowl and I would still have a chance at $300 at work.
It's conspiracy.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Before we move on we're just going to knock out these stories real quick. So, Phil, we'll let you go. We'll let you do your thing. Guys, don't forget to check out Phil. He does not just talk football. He talks hockey, as we discussed earlier. I know you've already forgotten because you're all drunk by now.
He may eventually never talk football again, from what it sounds like. He hates it at this point.
I know. And football and all-star games. You can check him out at alongtheboards.com and read all his hockey shit there, along with a bunch of other actually really talented writers. It's a very well put-together site for what I would call an indie site, if you will. I don't know what
that means, but yeah, props to Jesse Conley, the guy that put it together and brought a bunch of these people together, and it's a pretty awesome site and great opportunity for a lot of writers.
Yeah, I don't know indie site. I don't know what you'd call it, but it's not a corporately funded large website, but it's very well put together, is what I was trying to say. So hockey
I guess
fans,
that's a compliment. Thank you.
Take it in the spirit of what is intended. It's a definite compliment.
It looks like a pro site without the funding of a pro site.
That's what I was trying to say. Thank you. Thank you so much. So alongtheboards.com. Phil, thank you for hanging out with us. We know it's late over there.
Yeah, no problem, guys. I enjoy it.
And enjoy jerking off to that All-Star game again.
Yeah, we'll do.
Yeah, we're going to watch Pro Bowl and spank one out. It's going to be great.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
All right, thanks, man. Later on. We'll move on real quickly. We'll blow, and I mean that sexually as possible, through the rest of these. Josh Gordon tested dirty again. He's looking at a 1-year ban this time.
So talented, too.
Yeah, so stoned.
He's Ryan Leafing it.
But
with talent.
Right, except he has talent.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different.
Led the league in receiving and now missing almost every game the next 2 seasons.
Yeah, now he's leading the receiving lung capacity.
First weed and then alcohol. Because he smoked weed, he can't have alcohol.
Right, he's real
so
smart.
dumb.
A lot of coaching changes. Broncos offensive coordinator Adam, I like to call him Gassy because that's better anyways. And defensive coordinator Vic Fangio both joining the Bears. Bears picking apart the Broncos.
Fox goes to the Bears, brings his OC with him, and then brings our awesome defensive coordinator with him. Fangio. I'm so pissed off. The Niners' former defensive coordinator, Fangio.
But then Broncos.
But they're now all in Chicago.
Chicago. Jags hired Bills former coach Doug Marrone as an assistant.
Dude, he wanted out of Buffalo so bad, he became an assistant in Jacksonville.
I find that wildly embarrassing.
Well, think about it. You're making $5 million for nothing because you took the money and ran. And you're like, look, if I can make this offense look good, I can coach any team next year. I think it might be a smart play.
That's true.
If he can get Bortles to look great next year, he might have a future as a huge coach of some big-time team next year.
Maybe, but don't hold your breath. The Ravens have hired Bears former coach Mark Trestman. He'll be their offensive coordinator.
Which is what he should have been in the first place,
yes.
Offensive coordinator.
And the 49ers have hired Eric Mangini as their defensive coordinator.
Good. Eric Mangini's always been a good defensive coordinator.
Do we like him?
He never good as a coach, but as a defensive coordinator, great. Okay. He was New England's defensive coordinator for a while. Great stuff.
Jameis Winston, his accuser of the whole sexual situation.
The slut?
Yeah. How dare you?
She was wearing really
Is that the
tight.
can making that noise? Are you squeezing your can?
I'm like,
I was freaking out wondering what the fuck that goddamn noise was.
She was wearing really tight clothing. And
that's true.
Riding up pretty high.
Well, here's the thing. She's gone out. She's come public. Her name is Erica Kinsman, Kinsman. First of all, pretty good looking blonde chick.
Oh, yeah. Worth the rape?
Maybe. I mean, she's not quite chick of the day Kristen Ledlow there. Yeah, Ledlow. Doesn't really matter what her name is.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
Thank you. But she's pretty good looking. I did some Googling. We'll post a picture at Facebook.com/The Charity Strike with the show. She's pretty good looking. Here's the interesting thing. There are a couple of pictures of her floating around making out with him.
I was going to say fucking him?
No, but making out with. So his claims that these were consensual might not be that far. But I mean, hey, maybe he drugged her drink or got her super drunk or whatever. The problem nowadays is if you're drunk and you get fucked, all of a sudden it's rape.
Yeah. Back in the day,
I'm a rapist.
If you drank coffee and fell asleep and got fucked, it was rape, apparently.
It was.
And now you get drunk and apparently it's rape.
Okay, sure.
Cosby.
Oh. Yeah, I don't.
Coffee.
Yeah.
You didn't know about the details of Cosby?
Not the coffee part.
Yeah, he would give him coffee laced with, it's a Spanish fly.
Forget-me-nots?
Yeah. And,
or forget-me-nots.
Then they wake up with him on top of
it. What is
Forget-me-nows?
Forget-me-nows, thank you. Interesting. Yeah, I just... Look, if she's telling the truth, then I hope justice is brought down upon him and his raping ways. But I get the feeling that they went partying, she got drunk, and now she's saying he raped her. But hey, that makes me a rapist.
She was saving it for marriage, man.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When your chick's drunk, you're usually pretty drunk too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what there should be? Instead of like the yes means yes and the no means no, you should both blow into breathalyzers. And if you're not within like 0.05 of each other, your underwear does not unlock.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good sign.
Yeah, you can be as drunk as you want as long as the other person is equally drunk.
If the girl is drunker than you, you have to be within 0.05 of her. Because if a guy's super drunk, it doesn't matter if a girl's fucking him.
Right. Or how about this? If the glove does not fit, you must acquit. Thank you.
The pussy looks pretty tight to me. Couldn't have been my cock.
Right. I'm black, is what he's saying.
Have you seen me?
That's his defense.
I'm black.
I'm black, everybody. So that's pretty much all we got. I think we'll wrap it up. We'll let you guys go jerk off to the sounds of our voice running through your head.
Andy, how do you like that?
Ooh, cherub, how do you like that?
How do you like that, cherub?
Emily, what's going on? Mostly cherub, though. I already feel like jerking off. Let's go find some pictures of Hope Solo and
I guess we'll do the
Kristen
jerky off then.
Yeah. Hope Solo and Kristen, I always forget her name, Ledlow. Yes. We'll go find pictures of them and do impressions of Vince McMahon. And
watch Ludlow and watch my cock Lud blow.
Oh, yeah. I'll go Han Solo.